we got $1 for every time the boss lied, we might be as rich as Jeff Bezos. For the union busters at Amazon, lying is pretty much exactly how they get paid. In Garner, North Carolina, 4,000 Amazon warehouse workers at RDU1 will vote in the coming weeks to form their union. Without a doubt, they will hear a lot from the boss, trying to scare and confuse them out of voting for their own union with CAUSE, or Carolina Amazonians for Solidarity and Empowerment. We're here to cut through their deception and translate some boss talk. When I organized a union with my coworkers, the boss rolled out the same playbook brought to them by the professional union busting industry. Whether you're working in healthcare, education, manufacturing, or warehousing, it's the same lies to make you vote no. In Garner, Amazon has reportedly hired Seyfarth Shah, one of the most notorious union-busting law firms in the country, working with the likes of Starbucks. They are so unethical that even Harvard law students once boycotted working for them. These consultants are paid thousands a day for basically giving PowerPoints and harassing union supporters. The Economic Policy Institute and Labor Lab have estimated the bosses spend at least $433 million annually on third-party union busters, but even this huge sum is an underestimate due to the legal loopholes companies use to dodge the law. From 2021 to 2023, Amazon alone spent over $21 million on outside union busters. That's money that should have gone to pay their workers instead of fighting not to pay them. So what exactly are they paying them to say?
Unions can make promises, Amazon can actually deliver on actual progress. So again, everything that a union promises is no guarantees until it's all negotiated. Make your voice heard, protect your flexibility and your individuality, and your money. Again, CAUSE, they're new to this, they haven't represented anyone yet, so there's not a lot there to say. What can they do for you right now?
Reports from inside RDU1 have told us the place is virtually crawling with creepy smiling consultants. After asking workers if they're with the union, which is illegal, they're asking what they want to change at RDU1. So why the sudden interest in what the workers want? It's like a desperate partner who knows you're about to leave them. They'll say anything, but they won't actually change. Management will say you can make suggestions, but just like their cheap water bottles, freeze pops, and t-shirts, it's all a token to say they care while they continue to ignore the real problems. When they start saying, "We'll do better, we promise," workers need to ask themselves, why haven't they done anything to fix these problems before? To give better pay or PTO? Why now? It's because they want you to trust them just long enough to vote no, then return to the status quo. At the same time, they say that even if you vote yes to unionize, nothing will actually change for the better. Things might even get worse. There are no guarantees. Like unionizing is some gamble that might work out for you, but probably won't.
So there are no guarantees. You could lose benefits that are important to you. Even if you choose to not join, the bargaining in any contract will still apply to you. So ultimately, you can end up with what we have right now. It's the same. Things to be gained or things to be lost. It's all part of the negotiation process.
But let's think about that for a second. You and your coworkers would never try to negotiate against what's good for you, and that's who's at the bargaining table making decisions. On the other side of the table is the boss, the ones really holding onto these things until you make them give it up. Ultimately, the boss wants you to feel hopeless about making change yourselves and fearful of unintended consequences. Without a union, things haven't changed. It's only with a union that we can win what we deserve. And the facts show that unions get the goods. Just across the street from RDU1 is a UPS warehouse where unionized workers fought for and won raises above Amazon, getting $21 starting for UPS warehouse workers compared to $18.50 at Amazon. Unionized workplaces are much safer too. Amazon warehouse workers get injured twice as often as their UPS counterparts. Finally, one of the boss's favorite lines is calling the union a third party. They'll say that the union is an outside organization that will just get in the way of the relationship between workers and management.
A union creates that middle person. So right now we have a direct relationship. I can go out onto the floor, can have conversations. Associates like yourselves can say, hey, this is what I really like, this is what I don't really like, how do we fix it? And there is not that middle person.
The boss does this because they know that it is far easier to undermine your faith in an outside institution than it is to undermine faith in yourself and your coworkers. Because ultimately, that is what a union is. A union is just a group of workers who come together to fight for what we deserve. Because we are far stronger when we raise our voices and fight together rather than alone. The real third party is the hired union buster brought in to peddle all of these lies. And take note of what they aren't talking about. Any of the real problems we face daily on the job. Why is that? They'd rather try to make workers confused and afraid about their union because it distracts from talking about our problems, our pay, our safety, our PTO, our future. They don't want to solve these problems and refuse to, and they want to keep it that way. Amazon management will keep pushing their lies ahead of the vote. Remember, Amazon wouldn't be fighting this hard if they weren't worried that the workers can make real change for themselves by unionizing. As things get tough, stick together and stay strong. Working people across the country are standing with you.